Hello and thanks for joining us, 2K sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. Grizzlies will look to their home court advantage. Just one game here in Memphis. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta. A year ago, they each gained a victory at home, but couldn't secure a win on the road.
Not exactly a game that everyone will be talking about here, but both of these teams can show flashes at times.
You know what? Every win counts in this league, and both of these teams want every victory they can get.
And in the early part of the season, Steve, teams are usually at their healthiest. How do you maintain that healthy factor throughout the long season?
You know, I love what these organizations are doing, and also players individually. They're getting their rest. They're having the individual trainers on the side. Nutrition has played a huge role right now. And I think for a lot of the younger guys, you can't be afraid to ask the veteran what he's doing. And I think that's what a lot of the veterans right now are taking these young guys under their wing and not only teaching them the skill level on the court, but how to maintain their bodies throughout the season.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Young and Bazemore team up in the backcourt. And it's Prince outside at the 3 with Collins down at the power forward. And it's Len in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Young, here we go. That shot, no good. Good work defensively by Conley. Here's Jackson. Prince with the defensive effort. And Bazemore kicks to Len. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Atlanta shooting their first free throws of the game.
Now, gentlemen, two shots. Move shots.
First free throw is good. And for years, the Memphis Grizzlies defined mid-level success in the NBA, but not last season.
Before last year, they made the playoffs 7 straight seasons. Never played in a championship, but always seemed a player or two short. Now they're finally rebuilding.
And so he's able to get one of two. And here we go, the Grizzlies on a fast break. Temple gets the bucket.
You can't afford to leave one of Conley's teammates wide open. He will make you pay.
Collins against Jackson. Collins passes to Young. There's a screen by Collins. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Now, let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with J.B. Bickerstaff.
Well, guys, he said he's expecting his defense on the interior to be important. He said we can protect the rim with our shot blocker. We want to keep them outside of the paint, but if they get inside, our ability to deny can come in handy tonight. Kevin, we'll see if he's right. Back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. Sounds like he really wants them getting after it at the defensive end.
And I expect to see them very active here early, contesting every shot and battling for every rebound.
It's a game plan that's going to take a lot of effort and energy. But if they can pull it off, it'll make things that much easier for them at the offensive end. They already got into a nice flow. 4 for 5 from the field.
Collins, a screen on Conley. Young's shot is off. Memphis has gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. He gets that one.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. And Marc Gasol, a force on both ends of the floor. You forget, Greg, that he's won a Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, Gasol doesn't really wow you on defense with what he does. I mean, he gets blocks, but it's really his positioning and his rotations are what make him so great. Always involved in plays, and he just seems to be able to protect the rim and a terrific team defender.
And while we've got this moment here, now let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. Number 5, the Hawks.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
Collins against Jackson. Screen by Young. Here's Bazemore. No good, unable to end this run. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Anderson wide open. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Hawks passing it around. Passes it to Young. Collins, a screen on Conley. Bazemore, no one around him. Good on the three-point shot. Bazemore's got his first 3 points of the game.
And that's from beyond, guys, right back at you.
This is looking more like an all-star game right now. Everyone launching from range.
It's deflected.
Taurean Prince saying, not on my watch. Spectacular D.
Now here's Bazemore, guarded closely. Back to Young. Len sets a screen for Young. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Young's got his first points in this one. Memphis has gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. Jackson, a screen on Prince. Anderson outside. Pass to Jackson. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Bazemore. Rebounded by Jackson.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Here's Anderson. That's tipped. Now Collins. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
I love that focus of Taurean Prince. Hands all in his face, and he still knocked it down.
Now here's Gasol, and they double up Gasol. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so it's Memphis with it. Young with the steal. Out in his own on the break. Bazemore gets the bucket. Bazemore's got his second basket of the night.
Well, this here is a game. Good run to close the gap.
Well, they knew they weren't just going to be given this game. They had to go out and take it, and they're close.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
Last season, there weren't a lot of bright spots for the Hawks. Lack of focus on the defensive end all year long. And the offensive end wasn't consistent enough to overcome those defensive struggles.
Memphis leading by 3. Gasol, a screen on Young. Inside. Gasol, no good.
You can't ask for a higher percentage look than the one that he got. I think he lost his concentration.
And with the Hawks defense, Smitty, rim protection was a factor in their struggles.
Rookie John Collins was their best rim protector. but he wasn't enough. They made a point to go out and acquire some help in that area. That should go a long way toward turning things around.
You know, you love the effort. Forget the size disadvantage. Young's willing to go down there and mix it up.
Gasol, a screen on Prince. And Anderson kicks to Gasol. And again, Memphis no good.
Not a big threat from out there. You see why the defense backed off a little.
Prince outside. Collins, a screen on Anderson. From deep, Prince, another three for Atlanta.
Taurean Prince brings intensity, comes off the pick and roll, and thinks attack.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
With Taurean Prince, a lot of his improvement and production have come with his increased confidence. When he's out there, he has a green light from anywhere. That puts him at ease.
Here's a look at some stats for Gasol. Great showing for him last season. He averaged about 17 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Well, and we've seen defenses try to adjust, but he has the intelligence along with the talent, just finds new ways to beat them.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Now with Prince, a lot of confidence boost came from others on the team that were believing in his style of play and believing in him.
Kevin, his teammates and coaching staff saw just how good he is when he's aggressive. Prince has the ability to be an efficient volume scorer. Hopefully he continues to build on his confident play.
He rifled that one in from distance. Conley's got 5 now.
Like seeing Mike Conley get busy from beyond the arc. When he has space to pull up, he fires the threes.
Down low, Gasol with the steal. And Temple kicks to Conley. And it's Anderson that time on the assist from Conley. He has 5.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Plan a screen. Prince against Anderson. Takes it from 10. No good off the back of the rim.
And that can't happen. Listen, the wide open chip shot.
Temple gets the bucket.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here is Young. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. The Hawks again can't hit.
You know, I like the competitive fire, but he's still really out of sync.
Jackson misses.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
Here's Jackson. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Conley with the screen on Bazemore. Good-looking screen by Gasol. And Temple kicks to Gasol. 5 on the clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Hawks trail by 4. Young pass to Bazemore. It's good from long range.
He gets it off quickly. Bazemore much improved on the catch and shoot.
And here are the Grizzlies. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And they had to be sensational defensively on that night to compensate for the fact that they just couldn't find a rhythm offensively.
You know, they say it, defense wins championships. If they didn't have great D in that game, no way they would have come away victorious.
Here's Anderson after Taurean Prince's bucket. Land with the block. Stolen by Anderson. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
What we've seen with Kyle Anderson, he's a below-average athlete, but has great timing on his drives.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Steve, we know plenty of NBA players who are still inconsistent at the free throw line. Just how much of a skill issue is free throw shooting and how much is mental?
You know, I think for a lot of guys that are up in size, just being able to shoot the basketball, I tried it shooting a volleyball when your hands are so big, and that is tough, and that's a skill. But then I see a lot of guys mentally, you can tell is bothering them because they change their routine from year after year. They keep finding different ways. They have to get comfortable, put in the work, and just stick to it. I think they go to too many different these shooting coaches saying, I have a quick fix, and usually it doesn't work, the quick fix.
Here's Conley after Taurean Prince's bucket. Shoots over Lynn. Conley's shot is off.
Boy, he loves that mid-range jumper. Just fails to create enough room to operate.
Basket counts. And now it's a 3-point Hawks lead.
Just wonderful form on the J from Lynn, dropping it in the face of the D.
Here's Caspi. Goes back up. Trying to get open is Brooks. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Now here's Conley. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
But it didn't deter him from attacking defensively. His pressure was terrific. He also got 3 steals in that game.
Stolen by Jeremy Lin. And he goes in for the dunk.
And just building on to the lead, extending it, trying their best to put this one away.
You sense the game has a number of ways it can go. All you can do is your very best at that moment.
Here is Caspi looking for his first basket still in this one. And just miss after miss right now.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the fourth.
The Grizzlies trail by 8. They get the rebound. Parsons. The pass to Conley. They set the pick. To the middle. Tries yet again. No good from Caspi.
Awfully hard to get back into the game when one of your key shooters is this ice cold and has been all quarter. Well, you look at the coaching resume of Lloyd Pierce. Was an assistant for a lot of teams in his time. Stops at Memphis and Philadelphia most notably. Finally gets a chance to be the head coach here in Atlanta.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. The Grizzlies trail by 8. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Back to Parsons. Over Anderson. Shot clock at 6. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. Carter right side. Pass to Dedmon. Shoots from 14. It's not going to go for him.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And so it's Atlanta holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And don't go away. We'll be right back. You may not remember Vince Carter traded on draft night for his college teammate Antoine Jamison, but he talked about that crazy exchange.
So as I'm sitting back there, it's like there's been a trade, you know, Toronto Raptors and Golden State make a trade for Antoine James and Vince Carter right there. So our families are sitting right next to each other. So they're fixing the hat, and all of a sudden it's like, all right, here's your hat. All right, give us that hat. Move forward. So it was just the weirdest thing.
The 5th and 6th picks in the draft, both of them went on to great careers.
And draft day trades happen all the time, but being traded for your college teammate, a pick apart, that's pretty unique.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
That's their mindset. And these extra possessions have been converted into a lead.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Anderson is out there with Dwayne Dedmon. Then there's Carter. Then it's Jeremy Lin. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, Marc Gasol is the more fiery of the Gasol brothers. Pau Gasol says, I sugarcoat things a little more than Marc. He's more emotional, more direct. And Marc said, when a mistake happens on defense, I know you're not concentrating. I don't allow that. He knows controlling his frustration is important. He says, I'm working on it. Guys?
Part of leadership, DA. Thank you. And the Hawks with possession here, following the miss by Michael Conley from deep. Lin kicks to Carter. The basket good off the assist from Lin. And it's an 11-point Hawks lead.
And really, Lin has a terrific feel for this offense. Just seems to know whenever one of his guys is open.
Green with a screen on Lin. Pass to Green. Back to Conley. Launches it. Drills it from outside. Conley's got his third bucket of the night.
Oh, okay. It's on. Trading blows here from distance.
You know what? Both sides are in rhythm. The defense out there having no effect.
He used that pick to perfection. And it's 6 points for Vince Carter.
The offense is running well, but more importantly, they're taking the shots they know they can make.
Hard to maintain your discipline, but obviously this was the game plan coming in, and they're carrying it out.
Now here is Conley. Parsons outside. Over Anderson. It will go down, and the Hawks lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Parsons.
Parsons has no problem pulling up from the mid-range.
Dedmon a screen. Lin kicks to Carter. Another three for Atlanta.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Timeout called the Grizzlies. Steve, we've heard the phrase speed kills, especially when trying to guard someone with a very explosive first step.
Westbrook, John Wall, Kemba, Kyrie, Isaiah Thomas, Giannis Antetokounmpo, those guys, they get up and down the court. There's so many young guys. Ben Simmons, Donovan Mitchell. Woo, I wish I had that speed, Kevin.
You did at one time. You did have that speed at one time.
Not at all. Not at all.
Nice job coming off that screen. Caspi's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Dedmon passes to Lin. In Atlanta again with the bucket.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Conley kicks to Caspi. There's the pick. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Look at the Hawks and their history. For the most part, a very successful franchise. They've made the playoffs more often than not.
Free throw drops for Caspi. And with the Hawks prior to last season, the franchise had been in the playoffs a remarkable 10 consecutive seasons.
Hawks still looking for their first title since moving to Atlanta. Typically, they've avoided long playoff droughts. Hopefully, this rebuild goes smoothly and they can get back in the hunt.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Gasol's checked in. And both free throws good for Caspi. The Hawks leading by 9. Deadman a screen. Anderson dishes to Lynn, expanding his range. It's rebounded by Memphis. Caspi's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Gasol, no good. Well, it was the Hawks winning their last game against the Knicks.
Executed on the road, stayed focused, stayed consistent with who you are as a team.
Well, sometimes the away games brings guys together. It's you versus the world in that situation.
Conley with a wide open look. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 3rd assist on the night. Atlanta's gone 4 of 6 from long range in the second quarter. Solid shooting. Outside, Lynn. There's a screen by Collins. Conley against Lynn. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. They get Marc Gasol.
And Lynn has really carved out a nice role for himself in our league. An effective two-way player who can score, rebound, pass, and defend.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
Well, you know this franchise, they preach fundamentals. The Grizzlies led the league in personal fouls last season. Just another example of where things went wrong.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Jackson, he's checked in for Green. Kyle Anderson comes in for Caspi. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Dylan Brooks. No good on the second free throw. I'm thinking about the Grizzlies, Smitty. It's going to be a challenge rebuilding this roster.
Yeah, cap space has been a challenge for the Grizzlies. Drafting well has been a challenge also. And of course, you have the coaching carousel.
Here is Lynn following the score by Memphis. Lynn, a screen. The 11-footer. Good work defensively by Conley. The Grizzlies trail by 9. The drive by Jackson, stolen by Anderson. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Now let's take a look at how the shots have been divided up between 3-point shots and 2-point shots for Atlanta.
They are shooting the lights out from beyond on really limited attempts. So you have to think they ought to feed those hot hands on the perimeter and see if they can keep this thing going.
Roof shots.
That free throw good from Len. Smitty, we've asked you in the past about what you miss the most about playing. What is something that you don't miss about playing?
You know, I think the travel time away from your family. That's the one thing I didn't miss. And obviously when you're a team, that becomes your second family and you get a chance to be around those guys. But when you're gone away from home, the amount of days and times that we are, that's the thing I really don't miss, Kevin. Last year, a devastating season for the Memphis Grizzlies, especially on the offensive end. Dead last in field goals attempted and in field goals made. Well, this is what every coach emphasizes. Keep your head up, be willing to make the extra pass.
And Atlanta has possession after Memphis gets the 3. Bazemore for 3. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Temple. No good there.
And you can see at this stage of his career, just still not comfortable as a finisher at the basket.
Bazemore gets the bucket.
Just a good, solid move by Kent Bazemore, working for high percentage shots around the paint.
Jackson, a screen on Anderson. Off the pick, and Anderson slams it in.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
That's what happens when you get an excellent screen like that. He had plenty of space to slash right toward the basket.
And that gets him going here in the second after hitting 2 from long range in that first.
Here's Jackson. The rebound by Anderson. Atlanta leading by 10. Feeds it to Len. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here.
And here's some numbers on Bazemore. Some last season stats for him. He put up about 13 points a game last season, 3 assists and 4 rebounds. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And the numbers, they back it up. Whether he can sustain this level of production, we don't know. But the arrow's pointing upward right now.
And here's Prince outside. Goes back up. Misses the layup. The Grizzlies trail by 10. Pass to Jackson. This one for 3. Drills the three-pointer. Jackson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Young passes to Prince. And Bazemore kicks to Prince. Hawks passing it around. Len with a screen on Anderson. Prince. Grizzlies with the rebound. Gasol's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Anderson's shot is off.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
And the dunk by Len.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants, keeps the ball moving.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. No good. Shot missing. So Atlanta will take it the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Prince, the pass to Young. A shot. No good. Good work defensively by Conley. Young with the steal. And now here comes Collins leading the break. And Gasol sends it back.
Love how Gasol patrols the court, always on the lookout to reject a shot.
Temple to pass to Gasol. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. And Bazemore kicks to Collins. It's Prince on the wing, defended by Anderson. Shot clock at 5. Prince trying to free himself up. Len, the kick out to Young. The pass to Prince. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson. Here's what the Atlanta Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Sunday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on Wednesday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Dallas Mavericks.
And that matchup against the Sixers, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Now here's Bazemore. He's covered closely. And it's Young. That time on the assist by Bazemore. And it's 6 points for Trae Young.
You gotta like seeing this from Young, wanting to prove he's more than just a jump shooter.
Here's Conley. And that one hits back iron. Atlanta leading by 11.
Well, fans were worried that Kent Bazemore was going to plateau after his big contract. Put those fears to rest last season. Pretty good numbers all around for the Old Dominion grad.
Now, here is Young. He's got 6.
Well, he has to be careful now. He doesn't want to pick up that third foul this early.
Vince Carter, he's checked in for John Collins.
Vince Carter.
So it's Atlanta now. Poke loose. Young outside. Len sets a screen for Young. 4 on the shot clock. And with Bazemore, he's always been a hard worker, so you figured he'd have a bounce-back year.
You don't fight your way onto NBA rosters like Bazemore had to do without a good work ethic. His outside shooting improved a lot last season. Also improved his playmaking.
Grizzlies have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
And he makes the first. Parsons checked in for Marc Gasol. Both free throws good from Jackson. Well, Smitty, you played here in Atlanta for so many years. What are some of your favorite spots or things to do in Atlanta?
Well, I love to eat, and two of my favorite places are Busy Bee Cafe. Just love that, and Umi. Then what I love to do is try to get a little exercise. I love to walk Chastain Park. The fans here, the city of Atlanta, I just love it so much we've made it home.
Prince. Here's Len, and the dunk by Len.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Sheer hustle and will out there. He wanted the ball more, and he went up and got it with some style.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Jackson. And Brooks subbed in for Mike Conley. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Dedmon's checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one misses. And Smitty, you had perhaps some of your best seasons while a member of the Atlanta Hawks. What was it like being the face of this franchise during that time?
You know, I was proud to have led this team to so many playoff trips. It was fantastic being an Atlanta Hawk. It was also fun representing this team in the All-Star game. I played with some of the best in the business. Hall of Famer Dikembe Mutombo, All-Star Mookie Blaylock, and I played for a legendary Hall of Fame coach, Lenny Wilkins.
And here's Young after the three-pointer from Chandler Parsons. Dedmon a screen. Dedmon a screen. And Young, here we go. Comes up empty down low.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is, everything but the finish.
To the paint, it's stolen by Green.
And quarter's almost over. You don't want to give the ball back here.
Gotta be smart about it. Even if you miss, you want to leave no time on the clock.
Young with the steal. Here's Carter. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Nice D from Brooks. And Green launches it from deep. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks.
Over his career, JaMychal Green has steadily worked on the perimeter jump shot. You have to respect his range from the outside.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Hawks lead by 5. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. After 2 quarters, it's Atlanta out in front. They lead by 5. Kenny, some perspective, please.
Well, I thought that turning point was when the bench came in. Those guys really hustled, and they gave the team some energy, and then they started to score baskets. That was a bonus.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Grizzlies.
The way they were getting rain on from 3, they're lucky to still be in this. In some cases, it was shooters making contested shots, but in others, it was defenders leaving shooters wide open. You can't do that. Bottom line, their perimeter defense was lax, and that needs to change, and that's a fact. Always rhyming, are you?
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back, folks. Pleased to have you with us tonight again here at the FedEx Forum in downtown Memphis, Tennessee. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third. You gotta like what Kent Bazemore has done in this game.
And so far, he's giving them great production from deep. They've been able to kind of spread the floor because of...
You see the defense trying to make an adjustment, but it's hard when he's hitting from that far away.
The Grizzlies trail by 5. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Memphis, Anderson at the small forward and Jackson at the 4. Garrett Temple is out there with Conley, and it's Gasol at the center. 5 on the clock. Conley inside the line. The Hawks leading by 5. Young passes to Prince. Pass to Bazemore. Collins setting the pick for Bazemore. Over Temple. Lang dishes to Young. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Jackson. Here's Anderson. Prince with the defensive effort.
A very disappointing start to this half. 3 attempts with nothing to show for it.
Conley against Young. Passes it to Jackson. Over Collins. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
Now here's Prince. 13 points in the game. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Anderson. Last season's performance for him. Put up 8 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And the numbers, they back it up. Whether he can sustain this level of production, we don't know. But the arrow's pointing upward right now.
Here's Conley following the basket by Trae Young. Offside Gasol. There's the pick. Conley off the screen. Kept alive. But they'll get another chance. Jackson kicks to Temple. And here's Conley outside. Atlanta with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's Young. Conley grabs the miss.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Land with the block. To the middle. Here's Bazemore. Another shot. And Jackson with the block. The Grizzlies trail by 7. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That'll be his second foul of the game. Caspi, he's checked in for Memphis. Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for the Hawks. And there's a whistle. That goes on Jeremy Lin. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And so it's Memphis with it. They're scoreless since the first half. Caspi, the rebound by Prince. Prince has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Then the pass to Prince. That shot is off. And Memphis the other way now. Holman here now for an injury report.
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with the Grizzlies' head athletic trainer, and the news is pretty good. It does not look like a severe injury. A really discouraging development for this team at such an early point in the season. We'll see how they respond, Kevin.
Thanks for checking in, DA. Injuries are always tough to deal with, but they're just a fact of life in the NBA.
And he'll have a lot of support as he goes through the recovery process. They want him back as soon as possible.
And we know how much better they'll be as a team when he's out of those street clothes and back in uniform.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. And Steve, no matter what he's doing on the floor, it's hard to ignore the length of John Collins.
You're so right. He's already a great rebounder and gets a lot of blocks just due to his reach. Stands at about 6'10", but the way he plays, it feels like he's a 7-footer.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Over to the left wing. In a wide open look for Lynn. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Well, something you never like to see, but guys, he definitely looks hurt.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
I just hate seeing this, but no need to jump the gun. Let's see what it turns out to be.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Brooks checked in. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. And there's the call on John Collins. That is his first foul of the game. Steve, do you think the NBA is heading to a place where ideal lineups will have 5 capable playmakers on the floor, like more of a positionless game?
Yeah, I think so, Kevin. I think right now teams are trying to find a guy that's 6'7", 6'8", that defensively can play, guys that are larger, and then on offensive end, somewhat a la Draymond Green, can run point guard for you. So I think right now that's the size and skill set people are looking forward to.
Wait a minute, you just described yourself.
The only difference was we had guys that were 7'2", 7'3", 350, so I had to play the guard position.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
That free throw, no good. And the Hawks making a change here. Dedmon's checked in. And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both.
Dedmon, a solid all-around center, gives you solid production on both ends of the floor. Not a big name by any means, but coaches love to have him as an option on their roster.
And Dedmon, a player who has started to extend his range, Smitty, in recent seasons.
He is capable of hitting those threes on you. Not a surprise to see that from Dedmon, a player who has had to fight his way into the league, continues to improve every season.
That free throw good from Anderson. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. The Grizzlies trail by 12. Brooks for 3. Rebound, Atlanta. Dedmon's got 4 rebounds in this game. To the inside. Anderson dishes to Lynn. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Brooks gets to Gasol. Over Dedmon. They get it again. Gasol, no good.
You know what? He tried to lay it in at the point of attack. Just too much defensive pressure on that play.
Anderson can't get it to go. Stolen by Collins. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Hawks have had an off night from the stripe tonight.
At the line for 2.
That free throw good from Anderson. And both free throws good for Anderson. Here's Temple. 10 points for him. Brooks outside. And Caspi kicks to Temple. There's the pick. Gasol missing again.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Lynn, and he banks in the layup. Lynn's got 18 points.
Mr. Dependable tonight, helping them grow this lead.
Good looking screen by Gasol. Brooks outside. Pass to Caspi. Back to Brooks. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Anderson. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Yeah, it just seems whatever they do, nothing's working right now to stop the bleeding.
It takes an effort on both ends of the floor, and you have to find the right matchups to exploit.
Kicks to Lynn. Puts it up from 12. Tries again. Here's Dedmon. Rejected by Gasol. Brooks, the pass to Anderson. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Brooks outside. Here's Temple, defended by Lynn. Gasol, wide open, he fires. And again, unable to change momentum here. Here's Collins. Anderson with the block.
Nice block by Anderson. Can't get too high off the ground, but uses that 7'3" wingspan to full effect.
No good from Gasol.
And you just get the sense the whole period he's been a bit out of sync.
Yep, trying to shoot himself back into this. Regain some confidence first.
Kept alive. Collins dishes to Anderson. The putback. The pass to Lynn. Anderson the screen. Tries yet again. And there's the nice layup by Lynn. Lynn's got 20.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Gasol, a screen on Anderson. It's Anderson with the drive. Anderson with the block.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Right wing. Poked away. Oh, and here comes Anderson all alone. And Anderson slams it in.
A heady player in transition. Kyle Slow-Mo Anderson can facilitate as well as find looks for himself.
Now, here's Dedmon. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Inside. Brooks, the pass to Gasol. Can't hit from in close.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Marc Gasol picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game. And the Grizzlies with some changes. JaMychal Green comes in for Marc Gasol. And Parsons subbed in for Kyle Anderson. Vince Carter, who's checked in for Atlanta. Atlanta with the ball. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Good on the bucket.
And Lynn is a sensational playmaker. Love how he zips passes over to his guys.
And so it's Memphis with it, following the bucket by the Hawks. Here's Caspi. Carter with the block. Herter. Brooks covering. Herter. Got a piece of it. And oh, here we go. Brooks got it. The fast break chance. The tray. Rebounded by the Hawks. Dedmon's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And a look now at the various locations of the shots taken so far for Gasol.
And these sorts of nights can happen. I mean, an extremely rough outing from him in terms of his efficiency. And at this point, the only thing you can hope for is to try to get into some sort of rhythm. Get a couple in a row, try to get to the free throw line, and build some confidence.
First one falls for Jackson. He's checked in for Caspi. And a change for the Hawks. Young's checked in. And both free throws good for Anderson. The Grizzlies trail by 20. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
There's the pick. Green, the screen. Shot clock at 6. Here's Temple. The Grizzlies with another miss. The Hawks leading by 20. Here's Dedmon. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Green with the ball. And it's Lynn picking him up. And Steve, the way Jermichael Green got here, a terrific story.
Went undrafted, Kevin, did the G League thing, bounced around, but then he started to put it all together. Now he's a guy you can count on to give you good minutes.
Free throw drops for Green.
You've got to love the journey Jermichael Green has taken to get into the league, really clawing his way into this team's rotation thanks to his tremendous work ethic.
Prince is checked in for the Hawks. Both free throws good from Green. And the Hawks with possession. They're on a 17-4 run. Lynn kicks to Prince. Dedmon a screen. Lynn from long range. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Time now for an injury report. And now David Aldridge has an update for us on Mike Conley. What's the news, David?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, I got some news from Memphis's head athletic trainer. Unfortunately, it does not look good at all. He's not going to return to this game, and unfortunately, it looks like he could be out for a while, Kevin.
Shooting 2.
All right, David, thanks. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
I mean, a devastating blow, to say the least.
Kent Bazemore's checked in for the Hawks. And so Jackson nails both of them. There's 1:54 left to play in the third. And Young kicks it to Bazemore. Pass to Dedmon. Back to Bazemore. That's good on the jump shot. Bazemore's got 15.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Jackson. 7 points in the game. There's a screen. Here's Temple. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
It's his first trip to the line.
77% shooter at the line a season ago. Those are better than average numbers.
First one falls for him. He's off on the second.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Prince wide open. Buries it from 3-point range. He's got 16.
When Prince gets it clicking from the perimeter, gets his confidence going, the entire offense benefits.
Green dishes to Brooks. Green with the ball. Dedmon's there. They get it again. Jackson. Prince with the defensive effort. The Hawks leading by 20. 40 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Green with the block.
And the rim protection from Jermichael.
Shots,
Another
gentlemen.
thing he brings to the table.
No question, he got bumped on that shot. And Dwayne Dedmon, a player who started his NBA career late, was a rookie at age 24 and then floated around to several teams. But he has gone from being an end-of-the-bench guy to an important rotation player in just the last few seasons.
The first one falls.
A terrific athlete. Dedmon went undrafted a few years back, but now he's starting to grasp the mental side of the game.
Max checked in for Dylan Brooks. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Memphis has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Green, the screen. Jackson, a screen on Bazemore. Here's Temple. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
He's done his job tonight scoring the basketball, but they've still been outplayed overall.
Now, here is Young. He's covered by Mack. Young with the ball. And the slam dunk by Bazemore.
Kent Bazemore can sneak up on you with his length. Doesn't take much to get to his launch point.
And so it's Atlanta cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective. Right back after this break. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Very unselfish. If you appreciate teamwork, this is the kind of play that will get you up out of your seat.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. And so in the game for the Hawks, Young and Bazemore team up in the backcourt. Carter is out there with Taurean Prince. And it's Len in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now Green after the missed 3 from Trae Young. Green, the screen. Parsons outside. Drains it from beyond the arc. Parsons got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Grizzlies. The Hawks leading by 19 points. And Young kicks to Prince. Back to Young. Len down low. Working on Green. Grizzlies shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing. Here's Temple. He's covered by Bazemore. Here's Prince. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Jackson. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Some changes for Memphis. Marcus All checked in for Jackson. And Brooks subbed in for Andrew Harrison. First free throw is good. Taurean Prince out of Baylor. He had a fantastic breakout year for the Hawks.
Well, you knew there would be an opportunity last year in Atlanta. Prince made the most of it, stepped in as a leader on offense and defense. Still very young and has all the confidence he needs to build on his success.
And so he's able to get one of two. Steve, looking around the league, name a few current players who you think will go down as the greatest in their franchise's history.
Well, the one name that comes to mind first is LeBron James. In several franchises he's played for. Also, Dirk Nowitzki. Reason why he's a fantastic player. He's only been with one franchise, the Dallas Mavericks. I think Steph Curry. I think Russell Westbrook. And I think James Harden. Obviously, in Houston, you have Akeem Olajuwon. He has a chance if he can win the MVP and keep playing at this level for several more years.
Good examples. Brooks, the pass to Temple. Brooks kicks to Gasol. Looking to end his cold spell. Len grabs the board.
And the truth is, I've been there. He's trying to find the rhythm on his shot. He feels like he's close, and that's why he keeps shooting.
And how does he get that one to go? No idea.
Here's Brooks, following the bucket by the Hawks. Outside Gasol. Clock at 6, and Vince Carter picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Wayne Selden's checked in for the Grizzlies. And a change for the Hawks. John Collins, he's checked in for Vince Carter. Here's Selden, defended by Young. And the call will be against Alex Len. That's foul number 2 for him. And Memphis making a change here. Anderson's checked in.
Checking in for your Grizzlies, Kyle Anderson.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. The Hawks leading by 21. Prince outside. Collins setting the pick for Prince. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And Kent Bazemore came into this league being known as a defender, and that's still his calling card.
Bazemore has incredibly long arms that he bothers shooters with. Comes up with a good amount of steals as well.
And the first one drops. NBA awards are voted on by broadcasters and writers around the NBA. Do you think that's the best way, Steve, to pick an MVP?
Well, I really think in some kind of way you got to have players more involved, being able to come out and be able to pick the MVP because these are the players that are going up against these guys. I also would love to see where we have more of the defensive player of the year during the offseason. The rookie of the year in the offseason. Obviously giving out more of those awards for the playoffs as well.
And you got to, of course, beware of it becoming a popularity contest, too.
Yes, totally.
And Parsons gets it to go.
And you can see where they're attacking here in the fourth, strictly from the perimeter.
You know, plenty of teams, they try this strategy. Works when you're hot, but works against you when you're not.
Now, here's Bazemore to the inside. It's stolen by Green. One-on-one here. Here's Parsons. Now the feed to Temple. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
At the line for your Grizzlies, Garrett Temple. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. The NBA is so financially stable right now, Steve. What's it been like watching this growth for the league overall?
You know, I've loved it because I think the partnership has been phenomenal. The league is growing both for players and also organization. They've done a nice job of getting a chance to hammer out some of these issues, to making it worthwhile financially for the league and also financially for the players.
Now here's Parsons. Anderson kicks to Gasol. Rejected by Len.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Give this young man a lot of credit. Prince has made a difference when his number's been called.
To the middle, it's tipped and stolen by Bazemore. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
That's his first.
John Collins, the explosive big man from Wake Forest, was taken 19th overall in the 2017 draft. Showed a lot of promise, and if there was a redo of that draft, you can bet he'd go a little higher than that.
And the first one at the line is good. And with Collins, his confidence and role grew with each game his rookie season.
Well, you can see what he's capable of over the course of that first season. Explosive with the ball and going to the rim. Very active player, and the sky is the limit with him.
Caspi, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. When you look at today's NBA salaries, Steve, do you feel the responsibility to learn financial management falls mostly on the players, or should the league do even more to help them find out about what they're going to do with all this money?
You know, I think it's the responsibility of both. I think the Players Association, also the NBA, and I think organizations as well. I think you look at it, we're all involved to get a chance to help these youngsters. It's not easy for a 19-year-old, 20-year-old to become a millionaire overnight. That's just not something that you're used to, and handling that, it has been a problem for some players in the past.
Gas break here. Here come the Hawks. Here's Len, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. They get Marc Gasol.
Shooting for Atlanta, Alex Len. At the line for 2.
That free throw good from Len. Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for Young. Both free throws good from Len. Grizzlies have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Here is Caspi, defended by Lin. No good from Caspi.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Len's shot is off.
You know, this is a time when you don't have to force anything. You're in command of this game.
Green kicks to Temple. Green, the screen. Passes it to Anderson. Fader on the way, and it's Green missing. Here's the Hawks with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Anderson with the block. Outside Gasol. And it's off from three-point range.
Not in rhythm. He had the 2 triples in the first half, none so far in the second.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. Brooks checked in for the Grizzlies. Shelvin Mack comes in for JaMychal Green. To the middle, shot off the screen, buries the jump shot. And it's now 22 points for Lynn.
And the way Lynn picks his spots, just knowing his place in the offensive schemes and scoring well as a result.
Here is Caspi looking to get it going. Plumlee with the rebound.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Anderson, that one wide left. Memphis has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And you watch Kyle Henderson out there. They call him slow-mo for how he moves on the court. Just one of those jack-of-all-trades type of players on offense, and wasn't known for his defense, but has put in a lot of work to improve in that area.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
Free throw, good, Anderson. And with Anderson, the defense has been a focus for him the last few seasons.
And even though Anderson doesn't get up and down the floor fast, he still has quick hands and feet. Is being asked to guard some of the top forwards in the league for this team and wants players to try and shoot over him so he can use his length. Considers it a win if his assignment takes a jumper and doesn't get around him.
When you watch Kyle Anderson, he's just a different type of player. Below average athleticism and jump shot. Rare combination in this league, but he can give you a lot. He knows the game.
Now here's Lynn. Back to Plumlee. And Gasol sends it back. And he recovers it. Basket good.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
It's Brooks on the wing. Caspi passes to Matt. Sinks the triple. And talking about Anderson, he's the kind of guy coaches trust to make the right basketball play.
Very, very high basketball IQ. Nice passer with great vision. He can give you quality minutes.
Offensive rebound. Lynn's shot is off. Memphis has gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the 4th quarter so far. And it's Brooks in the corner. Memphis moving that ball around. Here's Anderson. The putback. And it's Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got his 18th rebound here tonight. All over the place. Now here's Anderson. Pass to Matt. Gasol against Plumlee. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
You have to love what Marc Gasol gives you offensively. Can score facing up, back to the basket, and one of the best passing centers in the game.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And talking about Gasol, also an impact guy on the defensive end of the floor.
Yes, Kevin, he has the size, the length, and the instincts. Defensive Player of the Year in 2013. A true cornerstone for your team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Green, he's checked in for Caspi. Temple comes in for Dylan Brooks. And Chandler Parsons in for Matt. And so Marc Gasol nails both of them. There's only the Basketball Hall of Fame that is shared among all basketball organizations, Steve. Do you think there should be an NBA Hall of Fame?
You know, Kevin, I do. I mean, I love the way we've done it, and obviously it's been successful. But, you know, the Basketball Hall of Fame is your entire body of work. And I think sometimes we don't understand that that's from high school, college level into the NBA, whereas you know, there's some guys are making it because of that, and there's some guys getting slighted because of that. So I do think one day we should just have the NBA Hall of Fame, just like the NFL. You have to credit the pinpoint pass for making that play possible.
The Grizzlies have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the 4th. Gasol, a screen on Lynn. To the paint. Gasol against Lynn. The shot's good from Gasol.
We know he can shoot it from the outside, but I love to see Mark down there on the block.
Lynn dishes to Prince. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Prince has got 10 points in just the second half. Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And look, you never want to see a team gut you this way. Really a good timeout.
Some of this is just a matter of toughness, a willingness to play physical inside, something we're not seeing.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Taurean Prince.
And the decision-making tonight has just been outstanding. If the shot hasn't been there for him, he's just kept the ball moving. And that patience is how he's gotten his field goal percentage to almost 60 here tonight.
I don't think anyone in this building saw this coming. I'm sure that of the players who these fans thought would beat them, his name was not at the top of the list. Here's Anderson. Green kicks to Gasol. That's another rebound. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass.
Lynn against Parsons. And stolen by Parsons. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. The Hawks leading by 22. Lynn, he can't hit that time. Parsons with some nice D. Here's Green. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. When it comes to flagrant fouls, do you think the difference, Steve, between flagrant 1 and flagrant 2 is being called correctly for the most part?
I do, Kevin. I think we always have gray areas and when you start to look at rules, but for the most part, I think they're getting the flagrant 1 and the flagrant 2. You know, I think they're getting it right.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Green. Atlanta leading by 20. Lynn kicks to Len. Collins a screen on Gasol. Now here's Collins. They set the pick. And here's Prince outside. Connects from three-point range. Prince has got 26 points.
Excellent use of the screen. Prince showing his maturity. Lets the play develop.
Here's Temple. He's covered by Bazemore. Gasol setting the pick for Parsons. Takes a 3. Rebound by the Hawks. Land's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Bazemore on the wing. Lynn against Parsons. Lynn's shot is off. Memphis has gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Hawks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Taurean Prince.
You know, the story of this game was his offensive production. It didn't matter what the defense threw at him. He just found ways to counter and led his team.
So it's Atlanta now. The Grizzlies making the shot. 6 to shoot. There's a screen by Collins. Prince's shot is good.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
Well, this is less about winning the game now and more about making a bold statement.
Green with a screen on Prince. Here's Anderson. Len grabs the board.
And forcing the miss there. He just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. With Jeremy Lin, impressive team win tonight. What were your thoughts?
I thought it was a great effort, 1 through 15. Everybody just coming out with high energy and playing team basketball.
The ball got going and it led to a big win, Jeremy. Thank you. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. And we'll see you next time